All right, we're on. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well, all three of you. So hang in there. Let me just finish something here. Okay. So I thought I'll be with you for half an hour and maybe answer a few questions. Whoever is up in North America and whoever is just getting up in Europe, if they wish to get something off of their chest, here I am. It's your own channel. Say what's on your mind. All right. So until you guys come up with your questions, I'll just do what I got to do. Let's see. Mhm. Uh-huh. So we have 1R3U, 1R3U, 22 male Assam. Ah, land of tea. So how are you doing, coach? Thank you very much, dear. So what should I call you? 1R3U or 3PU? I just finished a video for one of my channels on TikTok and I just can't find it. Where the heck has it gone? Mhm. So while you guys coming up with a question, possibly I'll be looking for this. Aha, here we go. Found it. So I'm almost there. If you guys, let's see who's going to be faster. You or me. I'm going to finish this before you guys put your question in. There we go. All right. So I'm looking for your questions. There we go. All right. So do we have any questions? Or should I go make tea? Aha, there's one. Says Sebastian Tarano. Says, hey, 21 male, Sonoma, California. All right, Sonoma sounds Japanese. I was expecting some Japanese last name. It's Sonoma, California. All right, so these are all hellos. No questions tonight. Should I go make tea? What's going on, guys? So, California, what are you up doing up so late? Well, same thing I'm doing, I guess. All right, we are fishing for questions. What's on your mind? Anything to do with breakups, relationships, OCD, OCD subsets, intrusive thoughts?
Vladimir Putin and so on, they all have been young globally.
Mm-hmm.
But what we are very proud of now,
All right. We have Tim Subs here. Says 19 male England. Says, hi, Miran. I have a karate grading today. It's a 3-hour test. The instructor only sends you if he's confident you're ready. But I'm feeling nervous. Nervous for what? I'll tell you why. Says, before big exam, I always get nervous. Even if I know there is nothing to truly fear, I know this is common, and I suppose it's the same sort of fear you get when you scared of a girl rejecting you. No, that's more scary than this one. This one I understand because I have gone through tests in Aikido, and your nervousness is a positive nervousness because anxiety and nervousness usually comes when there is a fear or something that you want to prove and something that you definitely feel is going to be a hindrance to what you want to accomplish. But in martial arts, it's actually the reason for that anxiety and nervousness is positive because you're eager and excited to get to the higher belt, even eager and excited to show what you can do, to show what a good student have you been to your sensei. So my suggestion for you is that do what Bruce Lee did and said. Detach yourself from the outcome. Detach yourself from the outcome. You don't care. If you pass, you don't pass. You don't care. If the teacher thinks you did good or you didn't good. You don't care. If you get the higher belt or you don't. You're just there for another practice session to sharpen your skills as you have exercised and practiced over and over 100 times. It's just 101 time. Now, you're exercising again for the next test. This is not a test. This is just another session of exercise for you to become sharper and smoother and more skillful and artistic in the way you want to deliver with full concentration. It's a practice for concentration, but it's a practice in front of the teacher. So makes it a little bit more exciting because all these practices you've done has been practiced in private with your partner, with yourself, and no one was there to distract you. Now you want to see how good you do, how focused you are when there's a teacher and other people or students are looking. So this is a training for being focused while being watched. This is another level of training for you that you have set up. You have convinced the teacher to let you take a test, not because you want to pass the test, because you want to try and exercise and experience how you should be when other people are watching and the teacher is watching. So it's a practice for further, deeper, more concentrated focusing. That's all. You want to see how you will do. Knowing these people are watching, you want to be sharper and more focused and simply fade them out to be able to do your techniques regardless of who looks. For that to achieve there, you wanted these people to be there. You ask them to be there. You ask them to be there, your teacher, the others. So it is your request. So they're all friendly and they're there to cheer you. You will see, they will cheer you. Doesn't matter what you do, they will cheer you because that's the way we did in Aikido. We cheered for the one who was taking the test. We gave him energy. We sent him ki. We encouraged him. So whether you have the same system that they will encourage you by voice and sound and so on, or they would be quiet, but you can be damn sure in their mind, every single one of them are cheering and sending energy to you, including the teacher. All right. So he wants you to do good, but you want them to be there so you can practice doing your exercise in front of a bunch of people. That's why you're there. In reality, that's exactly why you're there. even though it looks like it's a test or exam, but really it's an exercise, an experience of doing what you do when other people are present. That's really what it is. And if you focus on more concentration and more relaxed way of flowing through these techniques, you will just be perfectly fine. That detaches you. The purpose that you just switched the purpose for being there taking the exam detaches you from the outcome. When there's no outcome, you don't care about the outcome, there's no nervousness. And if it really was getting on your nerve, but watch it, don't smile and don't laugh in the middle of it. If they really were distracted, imagine them all naked. And you will say, holy shit, I can do my thing. Just don't let it distract you. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry. Just focus on your technique. Don't focus on impressing the teacher. Don't focus on showing off to anybody anything. Just focus on the techniques and relax with energy. Go through it. That's all you want to do. Don't try to impress anyone or show off. Just do the thing clean. As simple as drinking tea. All right. There is no failure, my friend, in such tests. Just going through it is a success. Going through it, it elevates you whether you get a belt or not. Doesn't matter. Going through it, the tremendous experience and confidence you will have the next time or any other time, whether the test or not, is tremendous. That's why you go there. The test is going in, not getting out or getting anything out of it. If you focus on the fact that as soon as they call your name, you have passed because the purpose was to go through it, and now you have the opportunity to go through it. The outcome doesn't matter. That's the experience. That's all. There's nothing else for you to worry about. And Sebastian Tarono says, I had a huge breakup recently. Huge? You mean what? She was big? What do you mean huge? I am not very upset about it. Well, did you want to be? At the moment, but for some reason, I keep having dreams about her. Well, of course, because it's been a topic of discussion. You've probably been with her for a bit. I don't know how long, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, whatever, a year. So naturally, that is going to be on your mind. And when you sleep, it's on your mind. And therefore, when the ripples of the mind reduces when you sleep, the things that have gone through the day in your mind will come to the surface. And then you dream about it. That's all. There's no meaning to it. And Sebastian said she was small, 5'2". It was a 6-year-long relationship. Yeah, okay. Well, how old you are, Sebastian? You are 21. 6-year relationship. That means you were like 15. You have no business being in that relationship. That should have ended. This is a good karma, because when you choose a woman at age 15 and a woman chooses you at age 15, you hardly know who you are, what you're all about, and what kind of girl you want. You have no standards. You just take anything that smiles at you. And of course, there's sex involved. Gee, that's amazing at that age. So that is not the girl that you would want now. That's the girl you wanted then when you were 15. But now you're 21. You're just used to each other. Otherwise, you're a different person. Your consciousness have evolved. Her consciousness has evolved. You have some new standards. Even though you're 21, you still don't know who the hell you are, let alone knowing what kind of girlfriend you want. Same thing with her. So this is unfortunate, but this is part of the stage of life that should have come, and it has arrived. It's time for you to separate, and you develop further, and you will establish new different standards for you to choose your mate as you grow, and she will do the same. Neither one of you are a bad person, and this blow up that you call it, it's a natural blow up that would have happened, should have happened, needed to happen, because at age 15 you chose a 15-year-old girl for you, and she chose you for her because that's the level you guys were. You're now 21, she's 21, or similar to that age. And you guys have different standards, and you are seeing each other still as who you were, and you expect a little bit more level of sophistication, and you can't match that with what you guys are offering. From now, you'll have another girlfriend, she will have another boyfriend, and for a couple of years, you'll maybe be together, and then that breaks up. By the time you're 28 years old, you're just beginning to know what kind of man you are, what kind of girlfriend you want, what standards you want her to have, what expectations you want to have, because at that time you've established a little bit. Right now, you still haven't finished university, I don't think. So simmer down. It doesn't matter. It's all good. 6-year relationship should have ended 2 years ago. So, so that's all good. We have Stephen Lowe here. Stephen, male, 42, Los Angeles. Stephen, I sent you back your recording. I think you must have received it by now. I mean, although California is downhill, you should have received it a long time ago. And Sebastian says, haha, yeah, okay. And Stephen says, I haven't listened to your email yet, but will soon. Okay, good. All right. So until you guys figure it out, why don't I give you guys a little story? I go make some tea. How about that? Can I do that? I really want some tea. There we go.
Damn, I thought she is the one. Everything was all good. She suddenly turned as if I was no longer who I was anymore. Why did she do that? Why do I feel so devastated? How can I feel better? How can I understand what is going on in my head? How can I go on? I will never fall in love again. Ah, things finally make sense. I now understand why she did what she did, and why I feel so shitty about it all, and why I miss her so much. I now know how to not miss her, and how to move on and build a better me, more confident and more aware of the role of my thoughts, consciousness, desires, fears, and ego in my relationship, and how I feel after a breakup. I got to talk to him or watch his videos on YouTube.
It may all seem like a mystery to you right now, but you can always go to my YouTube channel where you will find over 300 videos on this subject and more. You can find out exactly why you feel the way you do and why your thoughts are the way they're reacting and the role of your psyche in all this. Plus, how to feel good again, become strong and get your confidence back and ready to move on. And more importantly, how to move on. And you will certainly be fine once you know how your mind works, dear. If you still needed to talk to me one-on-one, that's always possible through my site, mindthatseekstruth.com. There you can book a Skype consultation time for us and we can chat about what's concerning you. This is what I do with all people who need it from all around the world.
All right. We are back. And Steven says, went to the gym, had a protein shake, and fell asleep. Yeah, that's a good feeling. Stopped by my dad's house for a little. Yeah, good. Just wanted to say hi. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't go to the gym tonight. I did last night. So, my favorite tea and my favorite protein bar. Check this out. It's very delicious. 17 grams of protein and 6 grams of sugar. And it's just wunderbar. Jessie is here. Jessie says, hi, Meran, 28, female, Netherlands. Says, I'm doubting my relationship, but I'm so scared to make the wrong decision when I break up, and also scared to live on my own and no one is there for me to talk to. Well, you can always join the live stream, and then soon enough, I'll have a system for a group session on my site, which you guys can simply pay on the spot, not the full amount of $100 per hour, but it'll be something, I don't know, $25 or something. I'll have a few hours for up to 15 people, I think. And so you can all see each other and you can talk, and one-on-one, one by one, of course, and then you can hear the answer to the other people's questions. So that would be a little community that whenever you feel alone, I want it to be in such a way that you can instigate a meeting, like you click on, and if enough people show up, then I'll come on, even though it's not scheduled. I'll see how my programmer will do. But in the meantime, let's answer your question, Jesse. You know, you say I'm doubting my relationship, all right? Don't you think we got to talk about why you're doubting it? Before I can tell you if you're making the right decision or not, would be helpful to know what's going on. Otherwise, I would really not know if your decision is right or wrong, if that's what you're asking. Otherwise, if you're asking a general question, well, you know, my point of view would not matter because I really don't know what the story is. But the fact, if the question is, should you be alone or not, I'd say, why should you, unless you feel this relationship is not really going anywhere, is not going to work out, and you don't like the guy anymore, you guys don't have enough compatibilities, or so you have your own reasons, and that's fine. But as far as you're afraid if your decision would be wrong, there's no right or wrong decision in these things, because it's not like solving a mathematical equation. You feel that is not giving you the energy that you want. You feel that it's not helping you to feel secure. You feel that it's not, that it's fulfilling as far as connection and communication and bonding. Therefore, at that moment, that decision is correct. Now, if later on you reestablish your examination about it and you see that all the reasons you had were wrong, well, then that was a wrong decision. But I don't think it would be wrong, because you're in it. You know how you feel. So go with your feeling, go with the experience that you guys have had for the past while. I don't know how long you guys been together, and you know how you guys have been treating each other. If that has been acceptable to you or acceptable to your boyfriend, you will know. And those are what you base your decision on. It's not a whim. And so if that is the conclusion, that this is not going to go anywhere, and your feelings and the fulfillment is not there, the only question or the answer to that is yes, to end it, and then hope to start again with somebody else. Unless you think this has hopes that you can try to put it together, if both of you are willing. But if you've lost all that plans or interests or points that you thought this relationship should go on, then yeah, it's time for you to, stop it. And you can't stay in a relationship just because you're afraid to be alone, because that's not a good reason. That's actually like, I have no choice, so I'm in it. Well, that's not a selection, that's not a choice. And for that reason, you're eventually going to abandon, because eventually come to a point that you don't feel alone anymore, or you'll be so bad that it'll be hard to let go, because it has become your habit to be with this person, even though you guys are not compatible. And there is no fear of being alone if you can learn how to socialize with more friends And they don't have to be boys, it can be girls, but you will not feel alone. The rest of it, I really don't know much about the relationship to make any sound comments, or at least reasonable comments. But you can't stay in a relationship just because you don't want to be alone. That's not a good reason. And if the reasons that you want to be in a relationship no longer exist, you guys are not fulfilling, and you're not treated well, you're not compatible anymore, you've evolved into different level of consciousness, then again, whether you're going to be alone or not, you got to end it. You know, it's like saying, well, you know, I have this knife that it really doesn't cut, but I'm used to it. I have no other knife. So you keep doing it and it doesn't work, but you keep doing it. You hope it'll work. It won't start working by magic. So might as well, you got to throw it out. And when you throw it out, you'll be poised to go and search and find another one. Otherwise, you'll say, well, it's here, so forget it. I'm too lazy to go for another one. So that's not a good excuse either. So all along, what I've said to you is just that your decision is the key, and you have enough reasons to break it. Otherwise, fix it. If it's not fixable, then move on. And Jesse says he has ADD, looks like ADHD. Therefore, he seems less emotional, intelligent than me. And then we have lots of discussions. Also, I want someone who puts more efforts into the relationship than he does. We have been together for 5 years. 5 years. You've been 23 years old then. How old is he? He's also 28. Yeah, well, if it's not compatible, it's not compatible. You were 23 years old and he was 23 years old when you guys chose each other. Still not old enough to know if you're choosing the right partner, either one of you. At that time, 23-year-old, okay, seems like you're both very novice, new, young, didn't have much standards, didn't know much about yourself, didn't know much about what you're looking for. So you chose someone based on some commonality or looks or whatever it was. But now you're more sophisticated and you expect a lot more connections, a lot more emotional interactions, and a lot more, maybe different level of discussions and more things in common. And for that reason, at this age, with your maturity and his maturity, it's not compatible anymore. Just because you were compatible at age 23, for whatever reason, in one thing or not, it doesn't mean that you'll be compatible all your life. That's why people get divorced. You're at the age that you have evolved differently, your expectations are different, your standards are different, you expect different things, and it's not being compatible. Therefore, it's not his fault, it's not your fault. It's just that this is how you've grown and he's grown, and it's time to sever it and go on. And before you're like 35 years old, find a new guy. And usually it's a good idea to choose an older guy, so he has done all whatever it is that a young man wants to do, to a certain point that he's now more focused on knowing what he wants, to pay more attention to the relationship, the lady in his world, to communicate and build rather than just another step of experiences in life. So yeah, you'll be alone for a while, but that's the nature of wanting to search for new. You cannot have your boat tied to the dock and expect to find new ventures and new islands and new experiences in the ocean, changing its temper. You first got to cut that rope from the dock, so then you can go and search something new. Otherwise, you're stuck in there. You'll never find something new. So you'll be alone, yes, but that's the price you pay to be able to associate and socialize and, search for something that is more compatible to you at this age. Boy, this is delicious. We have icy lemon. He says, "Sir, thank you for making these videos. I watched one of your videos about breakup back in early 2022. Even fell asleep in those videos. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I do have that effect on people. My voice puts people to sleep. So I wonder how you watched it." But I think you mean you listened to it, watched it even when you were trying to sleep while you were sleeping. So you were continuously watching it. Well, anyhow, I'm glad that it was helpful to you. All right. Let's see if we have any other question. It's been a long time, just, I think the first time you found my channel was what? 7, 8 years ago? Am I right? Sebastian says, "I'm only going to eat that bar only." I don't know if you can find it there or not. Actually, it's called Built Bar Puffs. Let me show you the box. You might find it there. I don't think so. That's the box. I buy it from the supplement store for athletes, and it's called Popeyes. It's a chain here in Canada. It's a national chain, and they've got good stuff. But I'm not sure. Maybe you can find who has that particular brand, because I'm sure Popeye buys it from the manufacturer and then they sell it in their stores. Jesse says, "Thank you for the answer, Miran." He says, "Yes, I was like 22, I think, when I found the channel." And she says, "Still going strong, following you. Haha, and happy you're still there." My pleasure, and thank you very much for your support. Remember, guys, I've started a TikTok channel. It's called, I think it's called, let's see what it's called. It's called, what is it called? Truth-Seeking Mind. Truth-Seeking Mind. That's how it looks. So, and I have 2 other channels on TikTok, but they're political channels regarding Canadian stuff. But this one is what we're talking about here. So I'm uploading some of the videos from my YouTube, short ones here. So you're welcome to check it out. And Sebastian says, I'm asking Chat GPT. What is it, GPT? To find the protein bar? All right. Sebastian says, it says I can get them on Amazon. See, how much is it on Amazon? Find out what's the price on Amazon. Maybe I can buy it cheaper. You know, it is marshmallow with high-end protein, and it's easy to eat, and it's chocolate. They're different flavors. They have different flavors, and I like this one very much. Brownies. I think it's called brownies. Sebastian says 12-pack, $30 US. Well, then I'm buying it right place. So Popeyes has it exactly like Amazon, because actually cheaper, because $30 US right now is USD to CAD. So $30 USD is $41.16. Now, the fact that they have a store and they have carrying costs and everything, I pay $44 or 40. No, actually, I pay $42. So pretty much the same, but it's local right here. And so that works out perfectly. They have a good price, Popeyes. Obviously, I just found out that it is actually a good, fair price. Now, let's see, where was I? There we go. I go through like 1 or 2 of these. I think one of them every week. It's so convenient. If I go out to the gym, after the gym, fire up one. If I want to go see my mother, I'll be there for 2.5 hours. So I get hungry, I have one in my pocket. Sebastian, where are you actually? Let's see. You said that before. You are California. Oh, California. So obviously you can find it there. I thought you were in Europe somewhere. Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, guys. I think we don't have any more questions, and it was long enough for you guys to ask a few questions and for me to enjoy your company and have my tea and brownie with you. I mean, the protein bar. It's time for me to upload one on TikTok from my YouTube channel, which actually, that's the political one I'm going to upload. And these are my channels on TikTok, just in case you guys wanted to know. These are my 3 channels. Mind that seeks truth, Mind Seeks. These are political channels. And Truth Seeking Mind, the top one, is the one like the stuff that we talk about here. All right. So it's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to our next live stream. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. mindthatseekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.